So this is the man that I'm honored to have this dialogue with, because everybody knows you're bright, but I know you're good. So I wanted to state that at the outset.
I have something to say about that.
Good, that's good.
He's just about to cry.
See, I don't think it's true. I mean, this is why. I got motivated to do what I've been doing, and I've been doing what I've been doing for, I would say, since about 1979 in one form or another, because things take a long time to generate. And one of the things I learned in the early 80s was that people have a great capacity for evil. And I didn't really understand that of myself until the early 80s, something like that, after meditating on it for a long time. And so I would say, it's not that I would never claim to be good. I think it's dangerous. But I did become terrified of how terrible I could be. And I mean, I became terrified about how terrible human beings could be. And that's one thing, but that's easy. It's easy to confuse that with other human beings. You know, it's a different thing to understand that it's true of yourself.
So if I call Jordan Peterson and Dennis Prager con artists, I'm just saying that's a portion of what they're doing. I'm sure without even realizing, you know, a portion of what I'm doing is con artistry too, right? You know, we're all, you know, fooling ourselves, fooling other people. Dennis says some good things, some smart things, some funny things. I'm sure Jordan Peterson says some good, smart, wise things too. These are not, you know, deliberate con artists in the conventional sense of the term, but there is a con that's operating here, and you will, in all likelihood, have less clarity, right? You'll, in all likelihood, be damaged the more content you take in by Dennis Prager. I just don't know enough about Jordan Peterson.
I often recommend to my students that they read history as a perpetrator and not as a victim or a hero. And people very seldom do that, and it's no wonder. But I would say, perhaps, that I became terrified enough from learning what I learned that I tried to avoid the pathways that lead people to the dark places that they go. And there's something in that that might approximate good.
It does approximate good. I would agree with that.
So Dennis Prager, from first grade through 12th grade, he was always elected president of his class because he has charisma. He's got, you know, a sense of presence. And remember, he told me in January 29, 1994, it brings me a sense of peace that, that if something happens to me, that you'll be there to carry on the fight for good values. Right? Can you imagine me as a, disturbed, lonely, troubled, anxious, depressed, frightened, young man starting to get some recovery from years of being bedridden? You can imagine how intoxicating that was.